We have breaking news out of Stamford Bridge as the club have sensationally sacked manager Mauricio Pochettino before a game has been played to replace him with unknown former Grindavik manager Aussie Villain. Now, I believe he is about to address the media. Thank you. Thanks, everybody. Thank you. And well, let me start by introducing myself as the new Chelsea manager. What a dream. What an honour this is, to be sitting in the same chair as some of the great former Chelsea managers of the past. I'm thinking Graham Potter, second spell Frank Lampard, Avram Grant. I only hope I can live up to the standards that they've set. Hi guys, I'm Aussie Villain and welcome to Chelsea. Welcome to Football Manager 2024. This is very, very exciting. So for the beta series, we will be playing as Chelsea. Now the reason I've done this is two reasons. One, I don't think I've ever played as Chelsea, which at this point, after God knows how many years playing the game, is both weird and impressive, to be honest. But also, it seems like, and I will admit, I don't follow it as football just generally as close as I used to since we've had kids. But it just seems like they're just constantly signing players I've never heard of, and some that I have, but just for ridiculous money. They seem to have a ridiculously big squad, but the performances just never seem to be there. Even this season with Pochettino, it doesn't seem like things have improved that much. So I'm going to give it my go, see what I can do. Now, I've started using the real world. Obviously, there's the different modes you can start in. I've started in real world. The reason for that is just because I want to play as Pochettino sort of has played. So we've got the players in the last year of their contracts there. What the plan is for this episode, and I should say, because new series, YouTube, all that kind of stuff. If you are new to the channel, just discovering me, thanks to this, welcome. Make sure you subscribe, ring that bell so you don't upload new episodes, and of course, subscribe, like, and subscribe, and that's all that stuff. You know what it is. So what we're going to do today is I'm going to basically play through the transfer window and see what I can do, basically. So if we look at the transfers that we know are coming in, who have we got here? So we've got a young goalkeeper. That's not one for the first team, is it? So Kepa is leaving. Yeah, he going to Real Madrid. Like I say, I'm gonna be shocking myself here with some things. So that's a depart. Okay, let's just look at the ins for now. So goalkeepers, I remember them signing this guy from New England. I don't necessarily know the guy. This I'm assuming is going to be our number one. That's the Brighton guy, isn't it? Yeah, so I'm assuming he's going to be number one. We've got a defender there coming in. I mean, some of this you guys will know more than I do. Again, like I say, since kids, I don't have time to follow it. Now, Casado to me was the weird one. It was a lot of money for a player that is good, but really, that just seems like a lot of money to me. This was a big fee as well, wasn't it? Oh, 50 up to 55. We've got a youngster that's not going to be part of what we're doing, unlikely to be anyway. This guy, young French midfielder, looks decent. We've got a 16-year-old Ecuadorian, looks decent. Maybe one for some Carabao Cup games. We've got a right winger here that again could be one for Carabao Cup games. Though has he been loaned out? He's been loaned back, it looks like. Cole Palmer. I thought this was a strange transfer all round, to be honest. I'm surprised that City let him go. He's 21, so maybe that explains it. We've got someone coming in on a free transfer. Juwan Richards, is that how you pronounce that? I'm assuming. And David Washington, another young Brazilian coming in. Always exciting to sign a young Brazilian, isn't it? Even if they're no good. And that means that the players that we're losing, Kepa is a main one. Azpilicueta essentially retired, didn't he? Ampadu left for Leeds. I don't think he was going to play much, probably anyway. Mason Mount, that was a big one, wasn't it? Not so much in terms of fee. I don't know. Chelsea fans will probably say I'm an idiot. I just don't quite get Mason Mount, but again, maybe that's just because I don't watch as much as I used to. Ziyech, Amari Hutchinson. Now, if you watched FM24, Our Impossible Dream, you'll recognise that name. He was very good for a season on loan for our Grindavik side. Pulisic left or is leaving. Hudson-Odoi is leaving. Aubameyang is that a permanent transfer? And then we've got Lukaku as well that is on his way out. So the squad that we have right now, let's go and have a look at what we have here. I didn't mean to drag tactics around. I'm clicking all over the place like a lunatic. All right, so well, we know we've got another goalkeeper coming in. Yeah, I mean, it's going to be very difficult to sort of squad plan like this, isn't it? Because there's players that are leaving and already players that are coming in. And I'm wondering if we need a striker. Now, I know there's this Nicholas Jackson guy that I've seen play. I mean, he's quick. He's he's an inside forward. He's not really a striker, though, is he? He's off the ball and composure is not really good enough to be a striker. I think we need a striker. Borges, nothing special, is he? No. I mean, he's probably first choice from what I've seen here. But, yeah, Mataduke was very good in previous football managers. This is the guy that never scores despite costing a fortune. I'm sure there's got to be some off-the-field drama for him. So, yeah, I mean, the squad right now looks a little bit... I understand why they're struggling, to be honest. It doesn't look the strongest, but obviously there are signings coming in. We do have $6 million to spend, and we're over our wage budget. So that doesn't surprise anybody, I don't think. But leave this with me. I will play through some preseason here. I'll come up with a tactic that I think will work for us. And we will. We've got a few friendlies. We've got an Aspilicueta testimonial. And yeah, then we'll call her an episode. But yeah, only $6 million to spend. I've got to get the wages down. That could be interesting. Okay, well, I've managed to piss off the whole dressing room, so that's a good start to the club, isn't it? Thiago Silva wanted to leave. He wanted to join Arsenal. I rejected bids. He got annoyed, and now he's unhappy. Everybody agrees with him and not me, and it's not a very good start to life as the Chelsea manager. So that's the major controversy. I'm sort of okay if we... I don't want to sell him. Let me get that clear. I don't want to sell him, but if he's going to kick off, we're not in Europe this year anyway, so we don't have a huge backlog of games. So I'm thinking if we can sell him, I've agreed a fee. I wanted to get 10 million. I offered him out for 10 million, but I've agreed a 6.5 million. It gets 100 grand a week off the wages, and I think would be okay with the other defenders that we have that are at the club. So yeah, he looks like he will be leaving, and the other person that I'm trying to shift out right now is Cucurella. Now, a bit of a strange signing for me, this guy for Chelsea anyway. He is young. We're trying to get 30 million. There's some loan now from Saudi Arabia. PSG are interested. Whether either of those will actually come in for him, I don't know. We have a lot of players that can play left back. Chilwell would be first choice, so this guy would be backup. If we can get 30 million and 110 grand off the wage bill for his backup left back, I'll be pretty happy with that, to be honest. So yeah, we're trying to sell him as well. And until we do this, then we don't really have any money to bring anybody else in. I need a few strikers that I'd like to get, but 8 million and over the wage budget is not going to get you a very good striker. So yeah, we're kind of a little bit stuck where we are for now. So if I give you a look at sort of what I've sort of got as our team for now. Now, injuries. Apparently, in this, not only is it the transfers are preordained, I think it's the injuries as well, because we've lost... Well, Nkuku was out anyway, I think, for another 3 to 5 months. He will be our starting striker as things stand now, but obviously he's injured, so we have to wait for him to come back. But Mataduke, he injured himself, so he's out for another 2 weeks yet. We've got Fernandez is out for a month. Trevor Chalobah is out, but I think that predates the start anyway. And Fofana as well is out with cruciate ligament damage. So we're missing a few. And we do have Caicedo joins us after the Nottingham Forest game. And yeah, the players that have arrived, Axel Diassi has come in. Now this is what I'm thinking, is that he and Colwill can easily be a centre-back duo for us. And this Maleng Star, I don't hate him as a centre-back, particularly on the cover, and I don't hate him as a left-back backup either. Much, much more financially viable than having Cucurella here, I think. So that's another part of my plan to sell Cucurella, is that Sarr he'd be a very decent to actually quite good left-back. So I'm okay with that. So this is the team that we have right now. So Sanchez is our starting goalkeeper. Not thrilled about that. I don't think he's a Chelsea starting goalkeeper, to be honest, but he's what we have for now, and so we'll have to go with it. Ben Chilwell, as I don't know if he's going to be a wing-back or just a full-back on attack, but yeah, he's very good, isn't he, Ben Chilwell? So then Colwill, Thiago Silva / Diassi as the centre-back duo, and Reece James, obviously, over here on the right. He's another one that's very, very good, isn't he? Now, Unka Chakwa. Leslie is going to start in midfield. Obviously, Casado will come in here somewhere once he joins. And I was really annoyed when they nicked this guy off Villa, but Chuko Waymenka, he's going to get the start against Forest. And there's a lot of potential there for him. They paid a 400 grand a week he's on as a 19-year-old reserve player. Mudrick, I think it's how Mudrick is going to play as a right-sided winger for us. Gallagher, now he signed a new 6-year contract with us. That was basically to keep him happy. Don't hate him. I think ideally I'd like him to play Chukmawanka's. We'll just call him Chukmawanka. That's fine. That's absolutely fine. I think ideally I'd like him playing that position, but it is what it is for now. Raheem Sterling. Yeah, I mean, another one I wouldn't mind selling, actually, to be honest, but he's not bad, so we'll keep him for now, and we will have Mataduke, of course, with left foot that can play over here. Mudrick he's right-footed, yeah. And then Broja as the striker for now. As I said, I'd like to get somebody in, and we've got Nkuku who could play there. What I wouldn't mind happening is Nkuku here, a new striker, and Gallagher playing back here next to Casado. That's my dream, but whether that can come true or not, we'll have to see. So Chelsea fans, let me know what you think of that. Is that something that looks like it'll work to you or not? Yeah, like I say, the finances are just a little bit right now that it's making it difficult to get signings done. One guy that I am considering bringing in, I'll show you one, and it's because it looks very doable. 5 to 6 million, 12 grand a week. He's a 28-year-old striker, Petkovic. What I like about him is I like the flair, but I also like the teamwork, the vision, the technique. Penalty take is not so important, but he's good in the air as well. So I think as a sort of target man to play up front, we've got all these wingers and tricky players to play around him and off of him. I think he might be better than a C- signing for us and what we're trying to do. A practical signing is, I think, probably a good way to describe it. So I've got my eye on him. If nothing else comes along, then we might try and make a move for him sort of closer to deadline day. But yeah, let me know what you think of that. But plays with the back to goal, comes deep to get the ball, attempts overhead kicks, look for pass runs. There's a lot about this guy that I like. So yeah, I think as a last resort option, we'll go and we'll get ourselves Mr. Bruno here. So that is us for episode 1. Now the way this will work is we'll play 2 games and then we'll sort of miss a couple, then we'll come back and play 2 games, and we'll see how far we can get before November 6th. There will be hopefully an episode out every day, so there won't be the weekends off while we all sort of ramp ourselves up into the new FM. And yeah, I'm excited to see an actual match too next episode, so that will be really good. So next episode will be there for you. Like, subscribe, and come on the Blues.